Have you ever loved someone who could be sweet as honey one moment and as harsh as chili the next? Someone who makes you intoxicated with happiness only to push you into the depths of despair? If your answer is yes, then you may have encountered a narcissist. In today's video, we will delve into the dark psychological corners of narcissists, uncovering why they can shift their love and hate so dramatically, leaving you lost in a maze of chaotic emotion. They will expose their sophisticated manipulation tactics, helping you recognize the true face hidden behind their perfect facade. From there, you'll learn how to protect yourself and escape toxic relationships. Let's begin this journey of discovery together. Loving a narcissist is like stepping into a high-stakes game of love, where happiness and pain intertwine unpredictably. At first, you may be overwhelmed by sweet words, thoughtful gestures, and grand promises, but then, like a sudden whirlwind, it all vanishes, replaced by coldness, indifference, or even harsh and hurtful remarks. Most of us understand that living with a narcissist is not easy. They wear a perfect mask, concealing their fragility and insecurity behind a facade of grandiosity and pride. Yet few truly grasp the deep wounds and the subtle abuse their victims endure. Narcissism is not merely a personality trait or a common trait in films. It is a personality disorder, a genuine psychological condition. Narcissists lack the ability to fully perceive and understand emotions, especially in long-term relationships. They do not have an emotional memory and cannot view others holistically, acknowledging both strengths and weaknesses. This makes relationships with them fragile, like walking a tightrope, as their attitudes constantly shift, at times overflowing with affection and at others filled with intense resentment. Understanding the love cycle of a narcissist, let's take a closer look at the familiar love script that narcissists often use. Phase 1. They appear like a dream prince on a white horse, enveloping you with sweet words, romantic gestures, and lavish gifts. They love-bomb you incessantly, making you sink into the illusion of a true love story. Phase 2. Once you have taken the bait, you will gradually realize their true face. The rain of love suddenly disappears, replaced by storms of anger, criticism, belittlement, or even abuse. They will always find ways to blame you, making you feel at fault, undeserving of their love. Realizing you're stuck in a relationship with a narcissist feels like discovering you're lost in a dense forest full of traps. At this point, the way out has become blurry and distant. You may have been tied down by invisible bonds called marriage, children, or simply the length of time spent together. Worse yet, the psychological damage caused by the narcissist makes you dependent on them, believing that you are not worthy of anything better. Why don't they leave? Even when the relationship has become suffocating and toxic, the simple answer is, they need you. You are like a dedicated servant who helps them build their lives, bear responsibilities, and even tolerate behaviors that no one else would accept. Leaving you would mean they have to face difficulties, their own flaws, and that is utterly unacceptable for a narcissist. Moreover, you also serve as a punching bag for their anger and a scapegoat for every failure in life. A stormy childhood filled with trauma from their family planted seeds of insecurity, fear, and a craving for unconditional love in the narcissist's heart. They carry deep emotional scars, always searching for a cure for those wounds. And when they meet you, they see a glimmer of hope, a savior angel who will erase the shadows of their past. They place you on a pedestal, surrounding you with passionate love, sweet compliments, and special attention. They yearn for you to be the one to fill the void in their soul, the antidote for the wounds of their childhood. But when you dare to express your own opinion, dare to challenge them, or simply disagree with them, they become defensive, even hostile. They cannot accept that you don't completely submit to and admire them. In their eyes, you are merely a means to satisfy their massive ego, a mirror reflecting the perfect image they crave. They want you to always praise, adore, and agree with everything they say and do. They don't want you to be an equal partner with your own voice and thoughts. They want you to become a replica of their parents, those who once indulged and protected them unconditionally, regardless of the mistakes and harm they caused. The love they give you at first may be intense and passionate, but it lacks sincerity, understanding, and respect, because the love of a narcissist is merely a tool for manipulation, control, and serving their selfish ego. They see these as covert tests to gauge your endurance. Never underestimate a narcissist, because before they choose you as their target, they have secretly observed and studied you meticulously. They take the time to learn every detail of your personality, behavior, and reactions, to devise a strategy to win your trust and submission. However, even as they begin to sweep you off your feet during the early days of their love-bombing phase, they are already conducting covert tests to measure your limits. Those tests are sophisticated, hard to recognize, and often disguised as seemingly harmless situations. Sometimes it's an unexpected outburst of anger, without any clear reason, just to see if you'll try to calm them down. Other times they might use sharp, insulting words to test your reaction. They might even manipulate you into situations where you're forced to comply with unethical or wrongful behavior, just to gauge how willing you are to follow their lead. These challenges are not just about testing your loyalty. They also help the narcissist determine whether you're the ideal candidate for the role they're seeking, someone who is willing to sacrifice themselves, disregard personal boundaries, and accept absolute control. The narcissist's ultimate goal is never a relationship based on genuine love and equality. Instead, they seek a submissive puppet who will unconditionally obey their every whim. They want you to become a perfect mirror, reflecting the idealized image they've created in their minds, an image that can never be challenged, doubted, or criticized. At the same time, they need an emotional punching bag to release all the insecurities, anger, and negative emotions they cannot confront. A narcissist doesn't stop at seeking submission. They crave unconditional tolerance from you, a person willing to forgive all their actions, no matter how toxic they are. They want you to accept every flaw, every emotional outburst, and every abusive behavior without ever questioning or resisting. The grandiose ego they've built up cannot tolerate criticism or any indication that you might challenge their authority. In their mind, the ideal partner isn't a companion, but someone who is humble, submissive, and willing to do everything their way. This is the prize they truly seek when entering a relationship. Not love, not shared understanding, but absolute power. A narcissist finds satisfaction in controlling you, your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. They have no interest in building a relationship based on mutual respect. What they desire is someone who will endure everything, from unwarranted arguments and subtle manipulations to becoming complicit in their unethical schemes. To them, you are not a partner, but a tool to reinforce their sense of power and grandeur. They lack empathy. Narcissists often lack genuine empathy, but they are highly skilled at pretending to attract you and build initial trust. They may observe and mimic how you respond to those around you, creating the illusion that they understand and empathize with you. However, this is all a ploy to manipulate and control you, turning you into a supply for their enormous ego. This facade of empathy quickly disappears when you demand accountability for their behavior, revealing their true nature, selfishness, and irresponsibility. The consequences of loving a narcissist go beyond emotional pain. They can lead you to lose yourself. They control everything, forcing you to live according to their desires and gradually stripping you of your identity. Once you escape this relationship, you may face the challenging but necessary journey of rebuilding yourself from scratch. The narcissist's lack of understanding and inability to process emotions are the root causes of their abusive behavior. They view emotions such as love, sadness, or regret as weaknesses to be hidden rather than natural aspects of human life. They cannot accept that everyone has flaws, and that acknowledging mistakes does not diminish one's value. This lack of understanding drives them into a cycle of abuse and manipulation in relationships. When starting a relationship, it's essential to recognize early warning signs. Pay attention to whether the person communicates sincerely or merely justifies their actions, whether they can self-reflect and objectively assess themselves. Be especially cautious if the relationship develops too quickly, with rushed declarations of love or unrealistic promises, when you barely know each other. Another red flag is excessive curiosity about your past, not out of care, but to exploit your vulnerabilities and wounds. Always remember that you deserve a healthy love where you are respected, heard, and allowed to be yourself. Do not let narcissists exploit your kindness and empathy to manipulate your life. Breaking free from the cycle and moving on. The love-hate cycle of a narcissist is nothing short of a toxic vortex, pulling you into an endless whirlwind of chaotic emotions. Within this cycle, they alternate between cruel emotional abuse and moments of feigned affection, as though playing a cat-and-mouse game with your feelings. Just when you're at your lowest, they suddenly express affection or make sweet promises, giving you hope for change, but in reality, it's all part of their sophisticated manipulation game. Their promises and the moments when they make you feel special don't stem from genuine love, but are calculated tactics to keep you tethered, serving their inflated ego and insatiable selfish needs. They know how to make you feel like you can't live without them, convincing you that all the problems in the relationship are your fault, and if only you tried a little harder, things would improve. The truth is, narcissists don't change, and this love-hate cycle will continue, pushing you repeatedly from hope to despair, from fleeting happiness to prolonged suffering. This isn't love, it's control, a form of psychological abuse designed to turn you into an endless supply for their needs. But don't let yourself remain trapped in that cycle forever. Breaking free from the toxic grasp of a narcissist is a challenging journey, especially when you've invested so much of your life in them. They may have eroded your confidence, making you believe you don't deserve anything better, or that no one else but them could ever love you. However, the truth is the exact opposite. You deserve a better life, a genuine love, one where you are heard, respected, and cherished for who you truly are. Gather your strength and cut all ties with them, no matter how difficult it may seem. Start by giving yourself the time and space to heal from the wounds they inflicted, so you can rebuild trust in yourself. This journey won't be easy. There will be moments of loneliness, emptiness, and even the temptation to return. But remember, on the other side of this journey lies the freedom, happiness, and peace you truly deserve. Imagine the relief and tranquility you'll feel when you're no longer dragged down by the negativity and toxic cycles of a narcissist. You'll discover a life where you are valued, where love is not a game of control, but a sincere and mutual exchange of victory. Though the path to healing is arduous, believe that a brighter future awaits at the end of it. You deserve that happiness, and you are fully capable of achieving it. Trust yourself, take one step at a time, and watch your life shine brighter than ever before. Thus, we have explored the hidden corners of the narcissist psychology and gained a deeper understanding of their conflicting love-hate cycle. I hope this knowledge helps you recognize early warning signs, protect yourself from toxic relationships, and find the courage to step out of the emotional whirlwind created by narcissists. Remember, you deserve a genuine love where you are respected, cherished, and free to be yourself. Never let anyone, not even a narcissist, make you doubt your self-worth. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future content. But if you're struggling with a relationship involving a narcissist, don't hesitate to seek help from loved ones or mental health professionals. You are not alone on this journey.